During this year of student teaching, I taught in two very different programs. One was an alternative school, where students go when they are in danger of not graduating from their home schools. The other was an honors class that fed into an international baccalaureate program. I was offered a lot of advice from more experienced teachers from each setting.
Each student needs to feel like you're teaching them personally to create a supportive teaching relationship. Then you can teach the important things that come from the heart.
Making mistakes is okay, as long as you reflect on those mistakes and how to solve them in future teaching.
Notice what does and does not work in your classroom. If many students did not respond well to an activity, think about how their learning needs might not have been met.
Do what you can, but know that you can't save every student.
Do not offer too much extra credit or makeup opportunities. It just encourages them to be lazy.
If they didn't turn in the work on time, that's their problem, not yours.
Honor students are so much smarter than the students in the regular classes, so you must respect their genius.
Wait a second! How did we get from meeting the needs of all students to assuming that some students are naturally smarter than others? That's not what I experienced. I met some very bright students in each of my school settings this year. Some worked hard, and some just skated through. Some thought school was easy, and some thought it was difficult. Sometimes I did not give my students enough credit for their intelligence, but they really impressed me when given the opportunity to work with something that interested them. A couple of students in each class really seemed to be beyond my help, which frustrated me. My point is, I did not experience extremely different levels of intelligence or ability in the different programs. What I did experience was a difference in the background of the students in each class. Most of the alternative students were English learners. Most of the honors students were native English speakers. The honors students were more likely to be in a higher socioeconomic bracket than the alternative students. What really set apart the honors students was the intense parental involvement that supported every aspect of their work. Many of the alternative students had gotten into trouble because they lacked adult supervision, though most lived with loving and devoted families. The difference was not natural intelligence or ability, but opportunity, support for academics, and influences that had affected the students' worldview and goals. If there are experienced teachers out there who might give me this kind of misguided judgment about my students, how can I tell the good advice from the bad? For that, I will have to rely on lessons I absorbed when I was younger. The golden rule: treat others the way you would like to be treated. This means respecting all students, their communities and families, and believing that they can succeed. This means apologizing when I am wrong. I must be an example of real strength for my students. This means being flexible, since sometimes life happens to us and to our students. This means allowing other people to make a fresh start without holding past wrongs against them. After all, we are working with developing people who sometimes seem like new personalities each week. There is evidence that today's students do not always feel respected and valued at school. So if I check my practices against the golden rule, I can hope that my students will feel listened to and appreciated in my classroom. If I take this rule as my guiding philosophy, perhaps I can be one of the teachers who help to turn the tide of underserved students. From now on, when I am given advice, I will check it against the golden rule. If it does not measure up, maybe I just misunderstood their intentions. After all, even the best teachers, and that's who I wish to emulate, make mistakes sometimes. The purpose of identifying mistakes is to improve, not just to keep score. I want to build an environment in which my students and I can make mistakes and learn from them.